Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good afternoon, guys. Happy freaking New Year. I wish for you all the things that you dare to wish for. I wish for you all the things that you dare to wish for in this year 2020. Guys, wow. Exciting times. 2020 is going to be massive. Just mark it down. Just put it in the books. It is going to be the year of the digital asset. It really is going to be the year of the digital asset. And it's going to be the year of the digital assets as well. And I'm convinced of that as well. So exciting times, guys. I tried to dive deep into that PowerPoint presentation that I got from SPQR Media. I tell you, it's a lot to take in, but it's interesting to note that there is a thing called G30 or the Group 30 that has been together for a while and has been looking into interoperability and the payments and cross-border settlement type of space for a long time, since 2003. Settlement and clearing since 2003. It's very, very important to note. I think it's also important to note that Mark Harney is one of the members there, and I think it's important to note that Jacob Frankel is well, like the chairman of that group now. So it's a really, really interesting deep dive. Hopefully, I'll be able to go over more of it in detail. But I tell you, every time I get on that PowerPoint, next thing you know, I got 30 tabs open. So it is really a really deep dive, and it's a little bit more challenging to kind of go through it than the previous deep dives that I've been able to go over from SPQR Media. But guys, I'll tell you this, really, really excited about two things. Number one, January 1st, today's the first day, 2020, where the banks, the Volcker Rule, and the new amendment to that Volcker Rule takes effect, is in place, and is able to, the rule change is enacted, right? So it's live. And so now these small, medium banks are able to do more things with new financial instruments than they were ever able to do in years past. And after having listened to Susie from Esoteric Trading Solutions on YouTube, if you're not following her, guys, I'm telling you, get on YouTube, follow this lady. She is one smart lady. I mean, wow, very, very smart. And I love her background. Go check her out on YouTube. Her financial background is major credibility in what she talks about. It says she knows exactly what she's talking about, and she is a big XRP fan, and obviously she is an XRP hodler. But she is saying, with this new rule, this amendment to the Volcker Rule, these small and medium-sized banks are going to be able to use different, what she called liquidity management products. Liquidity management products. And she believes that will involve XRP. Because they're going to say, I'm talking about these banks, that ODL, the on-demand liquidity, is a product that helps free up or provide liquidity in our liquidity management business side of the bank, without having to do all of these, jumping over hoops to the regulators on what is this product for, and what is that product for, and where'd you spend this money, and why you spending this money, blah, 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 blah. And she said that the new Volcker Rule is really about more in-house regulation. And we all know from years past, from the Bushes and from the Reagans, there's always been this, soft regulation, hard regulation, soft regulation, hard regulation when it comes to the banking system. We all know that. But here's the thing that I also want to point out. Listen, the buzzword in 2020 is going to be liquidity index. It's going to be liquidity. I'm telling you. Watch. I just saw an article talking about Ripple's liquidity hitting an all-time high in the Mexican quarter. But the phrase that they use in this article was liquidity index. This is going to be the thing, guys. Liquidity index. This is why NASDAQ is doing what they're doing. The Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP liquidity indices. It's a reason why they're doing it, guys. It's a reason why they're doing it, especially when it comes to XRP. Remember, NASDAQ's going to be APIing, plugging into the major exchanges, right? So Bitstamp will be one of those, right? And so the more access they get to more exchanges, talking about the NASDAQ, the more they'll be able to provide a better liquidity index and or set price for XRP. Why? Because everyone knows, if you've been paying attention, they will be building more products. They will be building futures products. They already have them in all the other nations. They're going to be doing it here in the States. You know, futures products, spot, call, options, put, swaps, whatever you want to call them. They're going to be building more products upon the base product. And these traders and these institutional people and the people from Wall Street are going to need a reliable price, a reliable liquidity index price, if you will. It's coming. It is coming. Very, very excited about that. Very, very excited about this new Volcker rule, because it's going to give the banks, and this is according to Susie, again, very, very smart lady from Esoteric Trading Solutions, it is going to give them more options to better manage their liquidity. She called it the liquidity management tool. So important. And we all know that XRP was designed, well, let's not say this one. We all know that XRP is the liquidity answer. I don't know if it was designed originally to be that, but we all know that XRP is, in fact, the liquidity answer. And we all know that the global economic crisis is illiquidity. That's the bottom line. Bottom line. And when you get the Feds on their blog talking about that, using the phrases no-show and vote accounts, using the phrases, trapped trillions of dollars in banks and financial institutions. When you see the Fed using those phrases, we all know that they're starting to let us know where they're going. We always knew they were going there, but now they're starting to let the masses know. They're starting to let the people outside the digital asset space know. We as XRP hodlers already know. So now they're letting the people who are not in the XRP community know, and they're also letting people know that are outside the digital asset space know. And watch how mainstream media look for it. Get your XRP radar antennas up and look for it. Watch mainstream media start talking about the Feds and this whole statement of no-show accounts being free, the tens of trillions of dollars, or the trillions of dollars being freed up. Watch what I'm saying. Make a note of it today at 1:15 Eastern Time. Crypto C said the mainstream media is going to start talking about the Feds and this no-show accounts, and that the trillions of dollars in there is a problem, it's a challenge, it's tied up, it can't be used. Watch them start talking about this on-demand liquidity that can perhaps free up this trillions of dollars, right? Because now the Feds are echoing, they're singing along in tune, in harmony with Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz, who have been saying from day one the 10 to 11 trillion dollars in the no-show accounts, that was their goal, to help them free that up. I'm telling you guys, it's just being laid out, it's being played out like a playbook. And the key is, do you have your XRP radar antennas up so that you understand where we're going? So you understand that we're getting closer and closer and closer. That's the deal, guys. That is the deal. So, guys, Wealth Wednesday, Generational Wealth Series starts today at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Man, I'm really excited about that. I'll give you a little hint on what we're going to talk about, and it is this. In everything we do, we must begin with the end in mind. In everything that we do, we must begin with the end in mind. So excited about this Wealth Wednesdays Generational Wealth series. It's gonna be cool, guys. I can't wait for us to learn together, to grow together, and to know that we are preparing for this generational wealth. Don't tell me about your exit strategy. Tell me about your wealth strategy. Excited about it. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap this video up like I do all of my videos and remind you of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.